Hi, I'm Craig Collins, and I'm the CEO of Granite WMS. In this video, I want to talk about the unusual processes that people may have in their warehouse that they don't know a WMS can take care of. So the official title of the video is Integrating Innovations, how a WMS can integrate with your existing processes. But I think we should start with the very basics. When you put a WMS in place, what happens? Well, you need the basic functionality: receiving, put away, inventory counting, picking and packing. So often those are the first processes we look at. And once we get those in place, you can start working with the system. Then you can start layering on the more complex processes that you have. Now, a great example of this was one of my customers up in upstate New York, something called Freund Fish. And they have a requirement to capture asset data on the receiving part of the process. So there are a couple of rules around this. They have to inspect the product within 48 hours of it having arrived. There's a certain percentage or quantity of the product that they have to inspect. So if they receive, for example, 100 boxes, they have to inspect 10 boxes. So you've got this process that requires a whole lot of rules and has to be done, but it's not really the role of a WMS system. In a flexible WMS, you're able to map the way the system works to the processes that the business has in the warehouse. So in this specific case at Freund, we built a HACCP process that looks at what you've received, and it creates a task to go and do a HACCP inspection. So whenever they go into the HACCP inspection menu, it shows them what has to be inspected, and then it allows them to go and capture the relevant data for that process. So what we can do is implement a simple, easy layer of processes that get you started. Then we can look at refining and building out some of the more complex processes or some of the unique processes that you may have in a warehouse. And this often includes manufacturing. So what happens is you put a warehouse system in, but you need to deliver stock from the warehouse to the factory floor. And then you need to consume that stock in the factory and make a finished goods item and bring it back. So that's the role of a manufacturing system, not a warehouse management system, theoretically. But there's no reason why, if your system has got the ability to map physical, flexible processes, that you can't build those processes. And at Granite WMS, we look at how we can build those processes for you. So issuing stock from the factory to the warehouse, consuming in the factory, consuming stock, and mapping it back to the individual batches that you are busy building, for example, or moving a job card in the factory. These are processes that you have in your business that we can map into a warehouse management system. So if you have business processes that you're concerned may not meet the requirements of a standardized WMS system, then you can look at an innovative, flexible way of handling these processes using a flexible WMS solution. Come and chat to us at Granite WMS if you have this type of requirement.